Alright, so this video hopefully will show us how to analyze the data that we get from the mass spectrometer. So after we get a report like this from the mass spectrometer, from Mascot, we need to open all of these, and you can do these manually, or you can just, go back here, or you can just click on Expand All. So I'm going to click on Expand All, and then that'll open all of these for me. And then I need to look underneath here and see if there are any same sets. And I need to make sure all of the same sets are open so that I can collect them when I just copy and paste the data. And then I usually start from the bottom here and go up because of just the ease of how things work. And then I Control C, copy that, and then I go into an Excel sheet here. And I push paste, and I want to right click, and I just want to, let's see, I'm not sure if this matters, but you want to minimize the amount of links that it pastes in. So what we've got here that we're interested in is these. This is the name of the protein, this specific area, Bacillus anthracus, strain CDC 684 dash, all that information after the equal sign there, and then before the next equal sign we want to get, and then also we want to get the score data that are here as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click here, and I'm going to go to the data and say text to column. So all the text that is in this first column where we pasted our data, I'm going to separate by an equal sign. Alright, I don't think I want the tab here. I think I just want the equal sign, or by a space. And then when I say finish, I'm going to select that. OK. Oops, that was not the right thing to do. Let's try again. Okay, so sorry. This is the one where we want to do that, because these are the columns that have our data. So we're here, text to column, next, back delimited, next, and then I'm just going to get the equal sign there, and then push finish, and then say OK. So what that does for me is it gives me this column here, which all of these values in this column now are, not that one, all these values in these columns here are the name of the bacteria, its genus, its species, and then any strain information, which would distinguish it from any of the other columns there. So now I have my score here, right, and I have this column here, I, and those are the only two columns that I really want. So if I delete these columns here, A and B, and then delete anything in between there, like that, and then delete anything after there, like that, and then I have these two, and now if I sort by column A is fine, it doesn't really matter here, and then I get all my numbers up top here, and then I get my list of bacteria here, and then anything after that is extra, so I can just highlight it, right click, and then delete it. Okay, so now what I've got here is a list of my scores along with the resulting bacteria, and it's all of its genus, species, and strain information. Okay, at this point, if I had another sheet of data, so here's another sheet of data here, this is the same sample, but it's just a different cut. So this was cut 2. The other data here that we had was cut 3. So if I want to include cut 2 in the same, which you would want to minimize the amount of work and just put all the cuts into the same group, right? So I could expand all here. Open up any same sets. That's it. Start on the bottom here, drag up like this, it's right about there again, Control C. Alright, I'm not going to want to mess around with this spreadsheet here, but I can do it in a different sheet. Control V. All right, that's not what I wanted, right? So I can go down here if I forget. I just want to match the destination file like that, so that it doesn't bring in all those links, right? So again, I identify my scores. They're in column C here, and my bacteria name. Where is the bacteria name? Right here. This column right here. Can you see it? It has the name in there, with genus and the species and all the different strain information. So I right-click here. Sorry, not right-click, but just select here and go text to column. And again, I'm going to delimit just by my equal sign. Finish. That's okay. Now, what that's done is it's given me this next column over with all of my genus and species information. Okay, that's in I now. So I have my score over here in C, and my information with the name of the bacteria in I. So I right click here, delete these. Now my score is in A, and my genus and species is in G, right? So I'm going to get rid of B to G, delete. Now I have my scores here, my name of my bacteria here. I select those two and just do sort by column A, and that's going to move all of my, what happened there? Did that work? So it's showing me only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. Did I lose some data there? Let's double check that that worked. So here we had 2 hits here, 3, 4 hits here, and then 5 hits. Yeah, so that was right. So it's just the 5 hits. So we didn't lose data, but now we can again identify the regions that we don't want. We're not interested in this, and we're not interested in anything after that. There we go. Whoops, what happened there? Anything else down there? So I can take these, Control C, and paste them in the bottom of the list from the other cut. So now I have my 2 cuts all together. So once you have all your cuts all together, right, you can highlight them all and sort if you want to. You don't really need to do this, but I like to sort and have the largest on top just to kind of see what's going on. So this is giving me some ideas of the likely, or the most common bacteria that I'm going to have in my samples. Now I'm going to take these 2 columns, copy, and paste here. Some of these in this list are repeats because they're from multiple cuts, or they're from different what happened to my picture here? Where's my picture of me? Some of these are from different cuts because, let's see, am I still recording? Okay. Yeah, some of these are from different cuts, or different peptides, and so there'll be multiples here. So I copied and pasted these over here, and I can delete these. I don't want these scores here, but this is a list of all the different bacterias, and again, they could have multiples of the same bacteria. So I'm going to go here and remove duplicates like this and say okay. And now you remove 91 or 37, 91 duplicates, and only 37 are left. Is that right? What did it say? Remove duplicates. 91 duplicate values found and removed. 37 unique remain. I don't understand if that was correct, because there's not 91 to start with. Is there more down here? Well, I don't know if I understand that, but let's say remove duplicates there. So now these are the original values. Only these original values are what we're going to look for. So, for example, here's Bacillus ceres ox. Here's a Bacillus ceres ox. We want these two scores to be added up so that the Bacillus ceres OX will be here and take into account this peptide which was found, and also this peptide was found, which was found, right? Here's another peptide which was found as well. So we want all of these to add up together to score for this specific strain. And to do that, we're going to use what's called a sum-if equation. So we go sum-if, double-click there. We look at the range, and we say this is our range, comma, the criteria is this row here, O1, it's going to be that one there, right? We're looking for this strain in this list, comma, and then this is going to be our sum range, okay? And then we push enter. So what that's done now is looked up all the Bacillus ceres OX and summed up all these values and added them right here. Okay, so when I do that with all these values here, and then I can take these and then sort it again so that they're sorted by N here, with the largest to the top. Then these values here, these are the top 4 likely hits from the mass spec data that I got. So basically what I'm deciding is that these are the most likely kinds of bacteria that I'm finding in this sample. And you're seeing that these are essentially almost exactly the same bacteria, which is good. These should culminate into very few types of bacteria. So that is the process for getting data again from Mascot and then compiling it together into one sheet here that ends up identifying the top 2, 3, 4, however many are significant, usually over 100. Those are the ones that are significant bacteria in our sample. All right.